And I love he's writing his own script, and the script
The
was
Cain and
Cain and
Anal.
Anal.
This week on Trees in Space, Jason and I watched the 2024 comedy drama Audrey. I'm your host for this episode, Nate Hanks, and with me, as always, the most magnificent man on YouTube, Mr. Jason Smith. Jason, uh, this movie was a choice.
And let everyone know it was your choice. Uh, but to be fair, we're trying different movies from different areas. We do not want to just do the blockbusters, but we also don't want to do the 1980s all the time. And these we trying different stuff. So,
Yeah, I mean, I got made aware that I kept picking B movies, not well-known or independent films, and Jason was like, "You need to step up your game." So I picked an artsy film. And I
which
guess,
is still a B movie.
but I guess for now we should kind of let you all know what this movie's about.
What's it about?
A forgotten soap opera star and self-appointed mom of the year, Ronnie Lipstick, is living the life that she never asked for because her daughter gets slipped into a coma, and she pretends to be her, and everything just kind of gets better for this family.
Uh, yeah, I'm going to say we have the movie info blurbed up here so we can tell everyone what it's about. And I said before we started recording that's kind of long because you don't need to be that long. And so Nate did his best to paraphrase the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it comes to my reasoning now that I've heard that it actually needs to be that long to explain this movie.
This movie, first off, it's Australian.
Yes, so it's not a B movie, it's just Australian.
Yeah. It's an award-winning film. It's
Apparently a
nom
black comedy.
It had 4 nominations and 1 award for some Australian stuff. So it's an acclaimed film. Uh, it's a dark humor,
Yeah, it
to
says
say the
dark humor.
least.
I said black humor. Yeah. Black comedy, dark humor. That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. It's rage bait the film. I'm going to tell you, I am I'm I got so angry at every character in this film except for Chloe, like
The
uh,
sister?
the sister that has cerebral palsy.
Yes.
She's the only one I did
Nora,
not want to put their head underwater till the bubble stopped. Only one.
Nora was great.
Yes, Nora was great. Go ahead. You were gonna say it's just
Uh, the I expected more when I saw comedy in this, but not so much. Uh, the mom is so fucked up, and
there is yeah,
Audrey is she is
Oh, he's like a cunt.
she's awful. She's an awful human being.
well, when it first started, I was thinking, okay, the mother's overbearing. The mother is narcissistic, and she is trying to vicariously live her life through her daughter, making her daughter do the things that she wants her to do growing up because was a famous soap star or whatever. So I could see the daughter's point of view why she was fighting against it. But the more we got into the movie, I, I'm not gonna say it because I think there's a review that I read and it's like spits exactly what's in my head, and I don't want to say those words. Uh,
That's fair. Uh, what did you think of the mom poisoning the lemon tree because her daughter hit the tree on the way down?
I thought I was wondering when it was going to come in again because these those are the rule threes in filmmaking. You bring it up in the middle, you bring it up in the middle. I mean, the beginning in the middle, and then you bring it up at the end. It's like it's a rule of three. And then when the dog dies from the eating the lemon,
Yep.
Um, I was like, okay, well, that was like only two lemon things, and then they brought it back again. So I do like the way they did it. Threes, by the way, a dog will not die if he eats lemons. He will get diarrhea and get sick, but he won't die.
But
Anyways, I had to look it up. I had to look it up.
but what if those lemons are poisoned because she poisoned the tree?
But she poison the tree? I think she poisoned the lemonade.
No, she poisoned the tree. The tree was poisoned. That's why all the animals were dying because they were eating the poisoned lemon tree.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
Yeah.
That's why she said, "Don't let the dog lick the lemon rind." But why would she poison the? See, okay, life gives you lemons. But then why did they show the poison in the cupboard at the very end of the movie?
Oh, because I think she spiked it with more.
Okay, okay. Um, I thought the father was a good character. Then it kind of turned into this, sexy bestiality, not bestiality, but weird. They
So
didn't have enough. They didn't have enough storyline just to have a storyline, so they had to add weird things to it.
Amanda and I watched this movie together, and as soon as the director, the pastor, the
Yes.
director, like I don't know what his real title is, but as soon as he was introduced into the film, she goes, "They're gonna fuck."
Oh, I felt that too.
And I was like, really? I'm like, yeah, it's kind of weird, but oh, and then who is dad jacking it off to in the beginning of this movie?
I
I want
don't
to know
know
that.
what. Who the frick? I don't know. Who I don't know. He has a pocket pussy
Yep.
on his dick. I don't know how they actually work. I don't like. If you still gotta do this with it, then is it really a pocket pussy? I mean, if you're doing the work, anyways. He's standing up, looking out the window, and his door's not locked. What kind of piece of lock your damn door, dude?
And
And
the daughter just kind of hangs out there while his dick is in his
yes,
freaking pocket pussy, like hanging out.
yeah.
Like, what the fuck?
And this is for reparations for trauma and stuff. And I'm just like, what the hell's going on in this movie? Okay, I'm liking the beginning. They're bringing me into this crazy that's the family, but I did not expect it to go this crazy. I will say I laughed out loud three times. I was laughing so loud. The first one was when she fell off the roof.
You laughed?
No, I laughed because as soon as she fell off the roof, the next thing was that guy on the bike saying, "Did somebody order a pizza?"
Oh yes. Yep.
And then when the asshole boyfriend who was so full of himself, I'm a hero. I'm more than just the boyfriend of a person in a coma. That guy, Ed or whatever his name is, when
I
he
want to
goes,
say
he takes
Mike.
it,
I think his
Mike,
name's
Ed, something like
Mike.
that. And he's like, she goes, why do you take those? He goes, because I'm a hero and I like to, fly away and have different experiences and da da da. Why do you take them? And she goes, because I have cerebral palsy. I was like, and the last one was we're at the pool, the mother and the instructor. Uh, she goes, you're like this, I can see it in you, a De Niro, and she started naming actors, right? And then she says Robbie. And she goes, "You think I'm like Marky Robbie, like Robbie?" And she goes, "No, no, she's good." And
No, she's talented. Something
yeah,
like
she's
that.
telling. I laughed loud on those three, but outside of those three high points, so I see the comedy. I just, I don't know
The
what was going on with this movie.
it was kind of it. I want to look. This is the hard part about this movie is because it is a brand new release, and
Hmm.
clearly you and I don't want to spoil this movie. Like
No,
because if we spoil one part, if we're not cognizant of what we say, I feel like we ruin this movie.
well, I know I did say that they killed the dog with the lemon tree, so that
Yeah,
makes
but
sense.
that's kind of
But that was in the middle because the whole family was getting back together. I thought it was kind of gross. He bones the dude.
yep.
The very same day, he comes back and bones his wife over his daughter's comatose body.
Oh my god, that was so freaking awkward.
That was Game of Thrones level awkward. But did he wash his dick, or was he the one who got plowed? Because I don't know.
Oh, I think he was on top, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
So yeah, he was. But he got his confidence back. For
I don't
that
know why he'd lose. He's a good-looking guy. He got a great body, older gentleman, very handsome.
magnificent beard,
Yes.
he freaking starts getting shit done as soon as he starts getting laid. Like,
Yeah.
oh, and then this movie gets a stump,
Of course. Yeah. I
which
mean,
makes it uncomfortable when rating this movie because it's like, is this movie really that like? But that was a really cool plot twist. Marital age for Catholic couples.
yeah. And this is John the Baptist's head. And I love he's writing his own script, and the script
Like
was
Cain and
Cain and
anal.
Anal. There were so many humorous, dark humor parts of this movie, but I'm so irritated with all the characters. I just want to especially like you said, the mom. I'm pretty sure she's the main character in this. I know it's called
Yeah.
Audrey, but
Well, she fucking backs into her. She hits her with the car, and then it's not addressed like ever
yeah,
again.
yeah,
And how the hell is she? She's like mid to late 40s.
yes,
How does anybody think she's pulling off 18?
I know, 13 to 23 or whatever it said. And then the Audrey comes out of her coma, and she does a video, trend video saying my mom. And you know what? I see those type of videos all the time, so that was
Oh, do
pretty
you?
accurate. Not to that extent, but
Oh.
someone dancing and putting other trauma written down about what happened to them. Yeah, so that was pretty real to life. Um, but I don't know what the. Did you like any characters besides Nora?
Dad.
You like the dad?
Yeah, I thought he was hilarious. Like,
Okay,
he was.
remind me of Will Forte or whatever his name is.
I got a Robin Williams vibe from him.
Did you?
Yeah,
Yeah. Is it Will Forte? Is that his name? The,
it's an
the
actor.
the guy that played in Strays as the owner of the Stray.
That is
Will
not.
somebody.
Is that Will Forte? I don't know.
Uh,
We can fact check it.
yeah. But I get Robin. I guess the Robin Williams. I did like the scene where his lover runs into him at the ice cream shop. And I like that before that. She's like, so she fucks so and so in my bed and she gets an ice cream. It's like,
Um, like I like the scene where they were ordering pizza, and Ronnie and Audrey were arguing, and Dad and Nora was in the kitchen, like, should we ask them what they want? And he's like, no, I'm not getting him.
that was pretty good. As a father, I understand that completely. No, I'm not gonna deal with that. I'm not putting.
Uh,
So it's
you know,
the more we talk about it, the more I actually remember enjoying a lot of parts of it.
the more I talk about it, I enjoy reminiscing about it, but I did not enjoy watching it, if that makes sense.
That makes perfect sense, and it's gonna make this movie very hard for me to rate because outside those really funny parts, her falling off that was so weird. She's up there again, so she goes up there plenty of times. It took the dad forever to get the ladder. I don't know what that was about. And oh my God, the mom. I know it's supposed to be comedy, but I hate her. I hate her. She's the worst character ever invented.
Yeah, but it's so hard because I hate her so much, but does that mean her acting was so great that you
Yes.
made you hate this character? Oh, I think we should move on to the 5-star and 1-star below review. If cool.
Hey, I'm all about it. Go ahead.
All right, let's get into it. The first 5-star review comes from Laura Penny T. I loved this film. It was incredibly surprising. It kept me on my toes. My family and I were laughing throughout, and every twist and turn was enthralling. Natalie Bailey has directed a masterpiece. The actors are incredible, with Jackie Van Veek excelling as the lead.
I okay. Mm, I
Remarks complete.
yeah. Yes. The first one-star review comes from Jim Shirkenbury. Dire, off-key, self-consciously disgusting attempt at an edgy, amoral black sex comedy. Repulsive, unfunny, and wildly unfocused. The mess spends This mess spends half of its time establishing a raft of detestable characters and expects us to care about them. No sell. I cared about the girl in the wheelchair that reversed raped a man.
I was so happy for her until he turned out to be I mean, I
Oh,
already,
I hated his. He might have been the worst character out of all of them. Worse than the mom.
yeah. Anyway, Foxy Mama Taz with the next 5-star review. A deliciously funny film, unique and quirky, sure to become an Australian classic. The dark satire is perfectly balanced with an awkwardness of the realities of this wonderfully dysfunctional family. There are so many layers to this very clever social satire, which at times leave you squirming. A bit like being a teenager and a sex scene comes on in a movie, everyone goes quiet. The awkwardness is palpable, and a relief evident when it is over. Yeah, she was 17.
She was.
Okay.
She was. And oh, what did she says here? An Australian classic because there's so many of those.
I don't know. Maybe there are.
I I think Road Warriors or Mad Max is an Australian classic.
Is it?
I, yeah, it's Australian. 100% Australian.
Oh.
I think Quickly Down Under might be an Australian classic, but and Crocodile Dundee was made in the States, so I don't think that's an Australian classic. But
Oh, you're dumb. I love it.
the next one star does not come from Rotten Tomatoes. I had to outsource the next two. This one comes from a letterbox from Shane Henry. One of the biggest pieces of shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, I like it. The last 5-star comes from Sally Ann Hall. Talented director Natalie Bailey is a master at creating complex comedic characters. This film showcases her expertise together with a brilliant script, plus talented cast and crew. Many laughed out loud, excruciate, read it here,
Rescue Route? Yeah,
moments as a dysfunctional family try to come to terms with a massive event that affects all their lives. It's a roller coaster of laughs and emotions. Ha ha ha. I feel exhausted by the end.
excruciating.
Oh, thank you. Um, I feel like this is actually a really good description of the movie.
Yes, take out the word brilliant. Um, then yes. Yes. Laughs, mojo. I would take that one brilliant. Yeah. It's Hey, you're right. If they can make you, if you're supposed to feel pissed off at this family and angry at this family as a whole, then the movie was perfect. I have to say it.
Yeah.
Okay. The last one-star review comes from a web review. I forgot which site I found this one at, but it's a web review. The person name is Jassen, J-S-C-E-N, 2 words. And this is the one I agreed with. Pathetic and narcissistical predictable. How can you root for a film when all the characters are so insufferable? Except for Nora, I would take a ride in her chair.
Oh my God, this is going to be hard to give a real rating.
It is.
I've been bouncing between like a stump and a tree as we've been talking and listening to these reviews. Uh, the last review is the WTF, but courtesy of ChatGPT.
There's 5 reviews on this whole movie across the internet, okay?
We have to go where we can find them. Audrey is a wickedly sharp comedy where family drama meets dark humor. I think life support, but make it awkwardly hilarious. Uncomfortable laughs guaranteed.
Okay. There was laughs. Like I said, I laughed. Okay. Chat GPT.
Well, you heard us talk about the movie. You heard what people on the internet felt about this movie and what AI thought about this movie. Now let's go ahead and see what Rotten Tomatoes and the audience scored this movie. Rotten Tomatoes scored this movie at 85%, which you, at home, the audience, well, you haven't even seen this movie yet, because apparently you all haven't rated this movie.
So they feel like we do. We don't know how to rate it, so we're not going to.
Yeah, I don't know. It hurts.
Mm.
So now it's time for us to get into what we will rate this movie. I will kick us off. First off, I don't think I would recommend this movie to my surgeon or anyone. It's in a really weird basket. It's a misshapen object. I don't know where to put it. It doesn't really fit anywhere in a comedic role to me or a dark role to me. All the characters are awful, except for Nora, and I like the dad. There is nudity in this movie, so you know that gets a stump boost. Talking about this movie, I'm just filibustering because I really don't know how to fucking rate this movie. My initial thought was 2 trees. That was without the bump. But the more we talked about it, I enjoyed the conversation, and I think that's going to give it a stump. So altogether, I can't believe I'm going to give this movie 3 trees.
Now it's my turn.
Oh, wow.
Oh, and I hated this movie.
Yeah. Wow. Nora, great character. I love the fight she had with her sister. Her sister didn't give a damn about her. You know, they were like sisters do. It didn't matter that she was in a wheelchair. That part was great, but sister was disgusting. The father's okay. He wasn't a bad character. He didn't aggravate me. You're right. The father was probably the second best character. He wasn't a narcissistic, full of themselves, hateful person. The rest of them were. There was humor. I would call this a dysfunctional dramedy. Best I could. You're right. There's no bag to put it in. There's no way to rate this. It's not like, oh my god, you got to watch it. It's not like, oh, it's boring. I would not recommend this to my surgeon. I probably recommend this to someone like is an artsy 21-year-old kid now in some sort of arts college that wants to watch something like that. I would recommend it to them. I think they'd appreciate it. Like Bennett. I think he might enjoy it. But there's nudity. Gives that stump. I was already at, a probably 2 stars or 2 trees anyhow. Like you said, talking about it, making it a little better, because I ain't gonna watch it again, but I can't give it 3 trees, so it's gonna get 2 trees and a stump.
It could have very easily been 2 trees and a stump for me as well. But like I said, the more we peeled into it, let us know if you see this movie, what you think about this movie. Definitely in the comments. We would love to find out. I gotta know what other people think of this movie. Like, find Audrey. But until next time, we'll see you at 7 a.m. Eastern on Trees in Space. I've been Nate. That's been Jason. Take care, everybody.